I had an amazing conversation yesterday that turned into a 6-hour super series of all sorts of topics. It was with an acquaintance that I had met a long time ago, almost a year now, but for whatever reason we met up again, and she just had a lot of stuff to say, and I was fascinated in what she was talking about. And part of the reason I was fascinated is because I'm a very curious person, and I think this is something that a lot of people in society right now have kind of given up on. I think that we've found ourselves in echo chambers, in these groups that all share the same ideas, the same thoughts, the same beliefs, and quite frankly, it's kind of boring to me. Because what are you going to learn if you already know everything that someone's going to say? You're just really ping-ponging the same idea back and forth to one another. There's nothing to be gained from that, aside from a sense of camaraderie and potentially just the reinforcement of a belief that you already have. I think this is interesting because a lot of times your preconceptions, what you think you know, are just simply wrong or different. And in either case, I think you learn more with a spirit of curiosity rather than a spirit of understanding / superiority, whatever it may be. If you go into that with an open mind, your mind is open to whatever someone might be saying. And that doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they're saying or believe it per se, but it just means that you're willing to listen. And I think that's something that is genuinely lacking in society today. I think a lot of people are internalizing their beliefs as part of their character. And I think this is a problem because if you guys are like me, a lot of times your beliefs are just stone cold wrong. Your theory on the world, your theory on whatever it may be, something as simple as what's good for your body versus what's not, it might just be dead wrong. And if you attach those beliefs to yourself, to your image of yourself, you're much less likely to let them go. And I think it's important sometimes to let beliefs go, to let ideas go that just simply aren't true. And there are certain things that I believe you shouldn't let go. Your morals, your values, those are things that I think should stay. But there are some things like simple facts, ideas, theories, whatever it may be, that I think it is okay to let go. And I've learned this from my own experience in life, just that a lot of times I'm wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. It doesn't make you stupid. It just means that you're learning and you're changing your opinions based on new information. And this whole conversation with Nicole last night was really interesting to me because I went to school in the West. I went to 4-year college, and growing up, I was very traditional, scientific-based beliefs across the board. And that's not to say that I'm not that way. I still am. I'm very into nutritional science, health, exercise, all these very heavy-hitting science, Western topics, so to speak. Not to say that they're only Western, by the way, but just very in line with scientific studies. And Nicole is very into Eastern traditions and a lot of stuff that is passed down from generation to generation. And I think that's really cool, and I'm fascinated by it. I remember I spent 3 months reading the Bible, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things that have been passed down from the generations. And I can't help but think that if they have stood the test of time and made their way all the way to 2024, and people are still talking about it, maybe it's not all true, but there's got to be something there. There has to be at least some part of it that is worth listening to, and that is genuinely my belief. I think that you can learn a lot from people who know about many different things, and that's one of my favorite things to do in life. And I hope that you guys are the same. I think having a spirit of curiosity is just, quite frankly, a more entertaining way to live. It's exciting and you never know what you're going to find out. It doesn't mean that you have to be naive, though. You can still run everything through whatever filter you have. But it's interesting to just listen. I don't think that everything has to be true for it to be entertaining. Like, sometimes it's fun to just listen to people say stuff that you might disagree with, but just hear them out on it and just look at them in a psychological way. How did this person come to this conclusion? Why are they reaching that conclusion? And should I reach the same? You never know. So basically the message in today's video is just this. I think it's important to be curious. I think it's a good thing to have as part of your life, curiosity. And more important than that, I think it's important to listen to what people have to say. I think a lot of times we don't do that because we disagree and we just shut down other opinions. And I think that's toxic. I don't think that is human to do that, because everyone is very similar to you, and they probably reached a conclusion that you might have reached if you were in their position in life. And for that reason, I think everyone deserves the time of day. I think we should listen to people from across all categories and walks of life. That's all I got to say today, guys. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. I hope you're having a good St. Patrick's Day weekend. And I hope that we're not hungover tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later.